Another one common thing that I think both you and I hear about, and that is confidence. And I think, the longer you're around horses, or maybe even somebody may have not been around horses very long at all, and their confidence got shaken. To varying degrees, I think all of us experience little bumps along the road. And for some people, it's debilitating and causes them to think about getting out of horses. So, uh, do you have any tips for folks that, and it doesn't necessarily need to be the debilitating ones, but all of us are debilitated to a certain degree by lack of confidence from time to time.
Yeah.
So do you have any tips on how to build your confidence and still be doing what you love?
Yeah. Fear makeovers are one of my specialties. And, as I've been doing this for many years now, and something that I find is the root of it all is a lack of self respect,
Hmm.
which is like that shocks people when I say that.
Mhm.
But, they'll say, oh, I was in a clinic, or, somebody was getting after me and saying, come on, you got to canter, you got to do this. But inside, I was freaking out. And I said, so you listened to them, but you didn't listen to yourself. Or, like your horse is acting up and you go, oh, I should probably get off. And then you don't because
Mhm.
you think that's cowardice or I'm an idiot or. And so that self respect and really listening to ourselves is number one. When we can do that, that's the first big hurdle to get over. It's not a little step, it's the big step that you listen to yourself. Then the second one is knowledge. When you know what to do and then you do it, that gives you a lot of confidence. But there's people who don't learn enough, like
Mhm.
say they've got a problem with their horse, but they don't do what it takes to learn how to solve that problem.
Mhm.
Then you're going to be stuck there. And then there's also this is another one that I often see. People will say, oh, look, my horse, I don't feel confident to canter. And when I see their horse, I go, I wouldn't even try your horse. Your horse is out of control. And one of my favorite lines is, you wouldn't let your car do that, right?
Right.
So you wouldn't get into a car that had faulty brakes, faulty steering, right?
Right.
Didn't go when you asked it to go, didn't stop when you asked it to stop. The door flew open when you turned right. It's like, do you want to go to the store with me? Like, get in my car. I don't think so.
Right.
But we get on with flat tires and faulty gas pedals and no brakes and bad steering, and so it's really important that we get sane about this. Like, don't get on a crazy horse, don't get in a car that's not safe to drive, don't get on a horse that's not safe to ride.
Right.
And this is fundamentally what our program teaches in the beginning. But I feel like people get up to level 2, then level 3, and then if they've got some confidence issues, instead of going back to the principles, the guiding principles, they just get down on themselves. It's like, oh, I'm stupid, I shouldn't feel like this anymore, and all that kind of thing. So um, I get pretty firm with people about it. It's like, you're smart and you're not using your smarts, and you're not using the program to fix your horse, or getting somebody like you to help them fix it if it's a little bit out of your league.
Right.
And then I mean, my horse Delano, my new horse, I've had him for
Mhm.
3 years now. I
Yeah.
only started riding him last year. So that's like, over 2 years of not riding. And he was an extreme horse, a
Mhm.
dangerous. And Pat even said to me, he said, are you riding Delano yet? And I said, no, but I think he's nearly ready. And he said, maybe at your age, you shouldn't be the first person to get on him, right? And I said, well, okay, but I'm not going to put someone on that horse if he's dangerous, if he's not ready. I'm going to make sure he's over prepared. Well, it's been going fantastically.
That's
But a lot
great.
of people should on themselves and go, oh, I should be riding, or I should be. No, you should not anything. You should be taking care of yourself, taking care of your horse, building the relationship, crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's, and then everything will be lovely and successful.
Right. I love that
Yeah,
idea of self-respect. I think that's so powerful. When you
it's
first
big.
said it, it kind of took me by surprise too. And then when you explained it, I was like, that's totally it, that people are feeling like they can't trust what they've got and they really need to. So
Yeah.
that's really wonderful. Thank
And
you.
never forget, it's your body that's up there.
Right.
It's not the person on
Right.
telling you, the person on the other end of the internet, right?
Right.
It's like it's my body up there, and
Yeah.
I'm the only one that can keep myself safe.
Right.
And never be too out to get off your horse, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll be talking about this for short. Sorry, I have a dog that wants to get up. Well, Moxie.
Oh, yay. That's
But
Moxie, right?
yeah, Moxie.
Moxie.
So we'll
Very cool.
for sure be talking about this because it's the dirty little secret that people have a hard time confessing. It's like, I have confidence issues. Well, shoot, I have confidence issues with some horses, and I just make sure that I don't cross that line because when you push yourself through that over that threshold, you get worse. You don't get better.
Right.
And I did a fear makeover a couple of years ago with a lady in Florida, and you know how I do that thing of like as soon as you feel some fear, you retreat.
Hmm.
So like go to saddle your horse or go to put your foot in the stirrup. The moment you feel some butterflies and fear, you retreat, and you wait till the butterflies go, and then you reapproach, and you just retreat and reapproach until you can cross that threshold.
Hmm.
Well, it took her, I think, almost an hour to actually get on the horse.
Hmm.
And I was just there to say, hey, I don't care if you ever get on. Your confidence is what's important. It's not about you actually getting on the horse, right?
Right.
And to this day, you should see her. She was in my masterclass for 3 weeks in Florida.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, she's riding beautifully. There was actually one of my assistant instructors who came in on the third week. I was complimenting the riders and I said, and look at this gal's rising trot. I mean, she just looks fabulous. And she went, oh, is she a dressage rider or something? I said, no, this was a
Wow.
woman that was too scared to get on her horse 2 years ago and had never done rising trot till my master class. And she
That-
looked fabulous.
That's so
So
awesome. That's a
I
great
know,
story.
really, it's wonderful. And it works. We just have to do it. So I will be talking about that for sure.
Okay, awesome.